All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah. Coming this early morning with a message, and it's early morning. I'm over to the new location. I spent the night here, and I'm here to. I'm just looking at something I noticed to give a message this early morning. I'm ready for my day, which is going to be a busy day today and tomorrow. And I have a message in my spirit, and it's going to really bless someone this morning. Being so that, like I say, it's many voices in the land, and believe it or not, many people are going to take to the voice that's easier and more comfortable for the flesh versus the voice that speaketh to thy spirit. And where I stand today, that's all well. That's all well to me. Okay, it's all well because I believe that where a people is in this day and time, being so this is a time like no other, and many have not recognized the fact that this is a time like no other. Instead, they like to apply it as if it's no difference, and they have every right to. Being so, they have not felt nothing, and nothing has not felt them. So they have every right to see today no different than yesterday. It's because there's nothing in them to feel. See, this thing has to be a feeling within to know that today it's such a midnight hour from yesterday. And when you cannot and have not and shall not feel that, well, that's okay too. That's all well too. It's not meant. It's not meant for you. I'm going to tell you all something. As I said before, many voices in the land. And the voices in the land, it's really guiding people to where they need to be at in this day and time. And is that okay? That's okay too, because I believe that, again, I said this, everybody is where they need to be. It's not where you're going. It's where you need to be in such a time as this, spiritual and natural. If you have nothing there that cause you to feel where you are at in this day and time, being so I know that this is not like no other. And that's to say what I said yesterday. I have serious issues. Because my issues is wanting people, desiring people, thinking that people is going to reach the destiny in which Yah himself has brought me. That's an issue because that's also disrespecting Yah, knowing that he have taught you since you was 4 years old that everything that is was, everything that was is. You see? So therefore, everything come from somewhere that has already been completed. It's not for Sister Deborah to have issues about something and about what Yah has already signed into order. You see, this is where my issues rest are in. And who's going to suffer those issues? I will. Will y'all move those issues out of my way? No. Because if greater is he that's in me, then I got to move that issue out of the way of me. You see, because it's an issue within the flesh, not accepting the fact that the Spirit of the Most High Yah has ordained, predestined, and signed in and signed out all things before the foundation of the world. You can't look for people to reach where Yah has brought you. So I have to deal with the issues of my flesh. Keep thinking that the people can reach the destiny of where Yah is clearly seen. They can. So that's why I did the video yesterday about Deborah having issues. That's the issue. And that's a Deborah issue. But that's a Deborah issue in the flesh. And is it a bad thing? Yes, it is a bad thing because you know better. He has taught you many years. He has taught you what took place before the foundation of the world. And if it took place before the foundation of the world, don't think that you can live in the world and change what took place before the world, because you can't. And where do that come from? Where do the grace and mercy lean on my favor? Is the fact that it's called compassion, empathy, care. It's wrapped up in you for others, when most of the people don't even have it for themselves. So it's a situation that I, Sister Deborah, have to let go, that I may run the journey and continue to speak on spirit and truth with the light in my hand without getting thrown off track. Because that's what happens when I have these issues. You can't remove people from where y'all have them. They're going to live and they're going to die exactly the way he has seated them. Okay? So no matter how much compassion, empathy, what is care you might have for flesh, know that it was already wrote in and wrote out. I know that. That's why I say greater is he that's in me that has schooled me from the inside out. It's just that outside would hope and desire and want from other people to receive what I have. You can't give someone what you have, for it is spirit. Only one can usher that is the Most High Yah. And he has done that, and it is finished. He did it at the beginning, before the foundation of the world. He handpicked his. Okay? What I want to talk about this morning is it is high time that we get in the place of understanding the faith that rests within us. There is a faith that is branded within individuals who walk in spirit and truth and in light. There is a faith that is branded in you. And in that faith, you're hoping, you're trusting, you're believing in that which you cannot see, but is something down in you that trusts wholehearted. That's that faith that Yah has branded in you. We need to reach that level of speaking it, ministering it, and teaching it. Because while we're trying and we're waiting on the move of the right hand of the Father, all we have to do is keep still and know that he is all that answer. So in that is the faith that he's given us and branded us with, that we may hold up and hold our heads up and be firm and steadfast, unremovable in what he has branded within us. A lot of people take the cares of this world and they live by it to the point where they're going to actually die by it. Why? Because they have taken the cares in the world and has wrapped it around themselves and have made it their life, not understanding that the world is set off in its way, and the anointed ones are set off in the way that Yah has set them off for his name's sake. We have to divide ourselves in this day and time and not carry because it's in us, and hope for the faith that is branded in us to take us all the way to the border. That's what we have to grip, because there is things that's drawing a lot of people to give up and not have hope in anything. It's because their expectations of the way and the things that they have planted within themselves shall go or shall be. But they don't have any idea that things that is taking place need be. These things are going to take place. These things are going to happen. But there's a brand that's in you. You have been branded by the Most High Yah to rise above that. And it's not in your strength. It's in the strength of him that is greater within you. See, a lot of us trying to do things in our own strength, not understanding when you do things in your own strength, that's the strength of your flesh, especially that brain, trying to master things to fall under the order of its strength. You see? But we, as the faithful ones that has been branded with faith, in the spirit have we been branded. We need to pretty much kind of lay our heads on that. Not to the point that we don't see what's going on in the world, because the reality is there. It's real. These things are real. What we see in the world, it's real. And it's not going anywhere. It's just confirmation of what was prophesied that shall be. You see? That shall come. So Sister Deborah wants you to think of righteous belief, faith, and fear as a brand of the Most High Yah that has branded your spirit. And in these days of tribulations and perilous times and lawlessness and judgment and the wrath of Yah and the fire of Yah is on the earth. These things you too will see, and it might make you feel that, wait a minute, am I on the right side or the wrong side? No, when you on the right side, you can see the art of Father Yah. I call it the art of the right hand of Yah. Yah has an art in his right hand, and that right hand has art, have painted the picture of yesterday, today, and forevermore. That's what the right hand of the Father has done. And we, as individuals, must understand that we are living in the flesh, but it's something about us that's so greater than our flesh itself. We need to get in line with that as well, because we're in a time where you're going to see things, you're going to hear things, you're going to behold things, and you're going to dislike things that's actually taking place. You're going to hurt for things that's taking place. You're going to feel this thing in its fullness. I look at my children, and I've been dealing with them in the last couple of weeks in regards to these things that I have spoken. I have actually seen myself looking at everyone trying to figure out what is actually taking place. It's because that's where the mindset. People thinking you just talking out of your read. People thinking you just saying something. You know why? For so long, many thousand years, he has suffered us to be able to live this life in which we are living, to where it don't feel like anything been touched or it's nothing really happening, because it's not applied to us as an individual, which it is. It's just the mindset of people. And we tend to think that, oh no, he's not coming. Ain't nothing happening. We in perilous times. No. We in tribulation. No. The judgment of Yah is not on the earth. The fire of Yah is not on the earth. Nor is there, we can see the lawlessness, but it ain't bad. So we further than you think. Revelation is running up on us. Big time, just as close. And we're sitting around in our own self-centered mindset of things. It's just where it is. But you should feel that way, because I'm gonna tell y'all the mystery in that. The mystery in that is people who have that mindset are not people who are found walking in the light, talking in the light, teaching in the light, work in the light, laboring in the light, and speaking spirit and truth. People who have spirit and truth rooted in them, and they have the light, they're speaking. They're not to ride heavily on the things that actually is taking place in the world is, the world at, the world is, the world at. It's okay for that, because that is the confirmation of what Yah has prophesied or Yah has already orchestrated. But those that are in the light, that speak the spirit and truth, they are not on this journey, okay, of playing with people. They're on a journey of boldness, because that's what type of time we're living in. We're not living in this day and time where Sister Deborah scramble eggs and give you turkey bacon and grits, cheese grits at that, and give you some waffles and you okay. No, Sister Deborah wants to give you the hardcore food for the spirit, so you can be able to stand while in the flesh. But where the mindset is at, and where it should be, and where it's going to remain, oh, he's not coming. It's not that bad. It's not, we are not in tribulation. We are not in perilous times. Truly, he's not coming yet. Or we're not in Revelation, or we're not in, oh yes, baby. We all up in it. And I'm grateful for him revealing to me that I can't put it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because when they smeared it, they put it out of order, not knowing how the order of Yah goes. And by them not having the understanding out of the order of Yah, they place things where they saw fit and they could understand it, even while they're looking and reading the scrolls. They can't see, they can't pinpoint everything, because they was trying, and they ain't no trying. They did their best adding some things. Matter of fact, a lot of things they added, they took away, and they smeared. They have gotten it to the point of where what you see today. They have misled the mass, the multitude of people today where they're at. And this is why you can't change the mindset. This is why you can't speak the boldness into people. You can't bring the light to shine. You can't give them spirit and truth, because they so, how would I say it? They are so in tune with the Bible and what man say that the Bible is saying, which is, I understand that. Because, like I say, I would rather people have what I have. Now, I'm not telling you to be like me. I'm saying the things that I have issues with is I want people to have Yah the way I have Yah. I want people to see him, to feel him, to understand him, to get Yah. So I have an issue when I know that that cannot be, you know. So I have the issue. And it's a serious issue. And it will get worked out because I'm already feeling the Father working that thing out. Because, see, I guess a lot of that has to do with even being a mother, even desiring even my children to have what Yah has given me. You know that he's all that and some. You know that he's all powerful. You know that right hand. You know that he is the word and the word is him. You know that the word is his power and his power is his word. You know these things, Deborah. And your issue is your expectation for others is to have and to know what is in you, but it ain't up to you. So let it go. Release it. Release that issue because there's nothing you can do with it. Get in your lane and keep it running. It's just like that brick wall. It's a hinder for you and to you and in the way of you from running the journey in which you was called on. And my journey is not to be concerned with everybody receiving and getting and understanding and embracing and I mean just eating up spirit and truth and the light. It's not for you. That's not what he sent Sister Deborah down for. So that's why I have the issue, and the issue think it has me, and it just don't know. Look, this is where Yah is working with me in. Release people so they too can go on their way. Even if I have to say that I have the issue with wanting you to go the way that I'm going because I know where the light is at. I know who is leading me to the light. I know where the gate is. But guess what? So did Noah. Noah did the same thing. The same thing. And not one. I'm not talking about his family, but not one. So you see the power in me understanding that the issue I have is my issue. But the thing I have to do is release that issue because it's not going to change. I did something, and it was more so a prank. I don't get on Facebook often, and I think I got about 300 and something uh, friends on Facebook, and it's basically family and family all over the United States and some over in Germany and Canada. And it's family members that I'm detached to on Facebook, and I get on there maybe every 3 months. I might throw a video or a message. Um, I did a prank, and I know that I have my son's wedding is coming up, and I have to find something to wear to the wedding. And I had went to about 3 months ago. I went to the thrift store and I saw this beautiful little dress, and the dress I saw was beautiful. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get this. You know why I got it? It was just $6. I put the dress on, and I mean, you talking about dead gorgeous. So 2 or 3 days ago, I decided to put this dress on again. I had already took the pictures 3 months ago, and it was already in my phone. And I decided to upload it onto my Facebook and say, what do you all think? Is this a dress for a wedding? A mother whose son is getting married? Is this dress appropriate for a little old hen like me? Okay, I got a whole lot of response, okay? Family members all over, different states, over in Canada, over in Germany. You got response. You got response to those who went to high school with you, those who went to elementary school with you. You got a lot of response. I got a response from a cousin in Detroit that was saying that I should get a long, formal, floating type of dress. Everybody else was saying how nice it looks and that they don't see that it's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Now, let me explain. I'm going to tell you what I didn't learn this. I gripped it, and I'm happy for Yah in what he taught me in it. Let me tell you, I got older sisters. I got a phone call. Why are your legs showing? That's a beautiful dress. But why are your legs showing? You know what I realized? I have always been the type of person, I would look this way. But when I go to an event like a wedding or like I'm going to be going to a wedding, or I go to a big event that's happening, Sister Deborah don't look like this. Sister Deborah look like she want to look, not like somebody tell me I should look. Like even for instance now, everyone would look at me and they would say, well, she got her shoulders out. She got her this. Oh, she looking like this. Oh, she looking like that. Let me tell you, there are people that would hope that they could look like Sister Deborah at the age of 60 something. You see what I'm saying? Not only look, but can move like Sister Deborah can move. So what am I saying? I want to cut into that. And that's why I make sure I dressed the way I feel. Even in high school, all my life, I never let people dictate to me how I should look. Because I knew even as a child that I had something within me that was greater than what was on the outside of me. So my older sister and them come calling, saying, I saw you on Facebook. What are you wearing? And when you do, I told her, that was a prank. I wanted to just hear from people. And she say, oh, but that's a beautiful dress. Oh, they don't have no problem with the dress. It's beautiful. Now it goes all the way down to the bottom. In the back, it hits almost down to your shoe, to my shoes. In the back, it's ruffles, like flat ruffles. But in the front, it hits a little below my knees. So they seeing them legs and saying, wait a minute, look at them legs on her. Oh yeah, see, that's what they were looking at. But listen to you. When I uploaded it, I did it as a prank. I even said, a little old lady like me, is this inappropriate? So the questions that my sister and them responded and my cousin responded, that was okay for me because that's what I was asking. But out of all the people, everyone else was like, oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear what I want to wear. Mother, grandmama, or whoever. I do not believe in appearing the way people want you to appear. That's hypocritical. That's hypocritical. And it's not who I am. It's not who I'm going to be. Because if I have him that's greater in me, you think that on the outside of me, if it's out of order, who's going to be the first one to let me know? He that's greater in me. I know this because there's times he have. When I put that shirt on that looks like it was a man's shirt because it was one of flannel, red, and y'all saw it with me on the picture. He told me get it to my son. That's a male shirt. I love that. In the wintertime, oh yes. So the Ruach in me knows how to check me. See, that's what people don't get. That's the respect people don't understand. They don't have that respect for the Most High Yah. That if I go out here looking like this and I'm like this here and I'm living like this here, then you think that the Ruach that's greater in me ain't gonna check me on the outside. He said he's greater on the inside than anything on the outside. You think he don't have what it takes to check this sister, especially if he's living in me? Yes, he does. It's because no one has that respect for him. Because they think that they got to role play him on the outside so people can get who they are on the outside. But I'm here to tell you, I ain't gonna wrap my outside to make one think that okay, her shoulders out or her legs out. Look, let me tell you what he gave me. So when my sister called, I sat there, and I appreciate that call. Because the question on Facebook was it appropriate? Was it inappropriate for a wedding for a little old hen like me? That's what I said. So the response was about what I was wanting. To me, it was a prank. I wasn't wearing that dress to the wedding, but if I chose to, I would have. I bought the dress because it was $6, and I wanted to see what it looked like on me. That dress would never be worn, ever. But I bought it because it was a beautiful long dress in the back. It goes down to almost my shoes, but the top goes a little below my knees, in the middle of my kneecap. Why? Because this is what caught the people was the legs. You see, this is how it is even here. When people see this video and they look and they hear me talking about the Most High God or the Most High Yah, they looking at the idea, oh, look, her shoulders out. Sit down, you crazy clowns. You the eye of the flesh. You the judgment of the flesh. You the seed out of the eye of the flesh, and only the one that understands in the flesh. Because let me show you what would happen. So as I was driving yesterday and thinking about how funny, it was funny to me. It was fun. It was fun. And just thinking about how the prank was and how people felt. And then I said, it's amazing how people judge you from the outside. They measure you from the outside to dictate who you really are. Just think of me as a melanated person, what they call African America, Black, all these names that they have category Sister Deborah as because of my skin color. Just my skin color on the outside. Same thing on the inside as a European has on the inside. I have on the inside. But the world judged me from my outer appearance, which is what they called me, Black, African America, Negro, nigger, and everything else. They judge me from my outer appearance. They're not measuring me or judging me for who I am in Yah and Yah in me, or how I am a servant of the Most High Yah. They would judge me for being a brown skinned person with clothes or without. Say if I wrap my head, say if I put on something to cover my neck all the way down to the ground, and I'm just strolling along looking like this here, wrapped head and all the way down. You know what they're gonna look at? They're gonna look at this and see that brown skin, that Negro, that Black, that nigger. And they're going to judge me and measure me from that level. You see? Do you really believe Joel Osteen? Can you measure him and measure Sister Deborah? I sit back and I think about TikTok, how they can put a baby, a white baby on TikTok and get a million likes. They could put a black baby on TikTok. They got a greater video and funny video than the little black. The white baby is getting it because it's just a white baby and they just like to give theirs that type of prompt. But the black baby ain't gonna get that prompt. And even the black people will give the white baby the prompt and give the black baby nothing. I mean, as far as life. Okay? This is showing you that you are judged because you come here. You are judged because, look, just take me. People will look at me and not know who I am because the first thing they see is my color. They're not going to look at me, got my head wrapped in a long robe. I've been in the Pentecostal church where you had to wear the long skirts, no earrings, no makeup, and so on. All of this stuff is role playing. When I look at all these women, they got all these long black things on, head wrapped around, head covered, all eyes is all you can see, mouth things so they can't. Y'all, do you really believe the Creator created you to be in the garden naked? For you to walk around wrapped up. He created you naked. But because you wrapping up, it's because man says the way to represent the Creator is to represent Him. The way to get honor to your Creator, you have to wrap up, dress, cover up. You have to look like you only belong to a man. You have to live that worldly way. And what he was explaining to me, one would think that people are lusting and desiring women who dress a certain way. Let me tell you, no, baby, no. It's the sin that's already in them before they saw that woman. The Father took me all the way to a little baby. What will make a man want a baby? Who would do that? Someone who got that wicked already in them. It's not because the baby ain't got her head wrapped. It's not because the baby ain't covered up. It's because what's in a person, they came down here like that. So when you're down here role playing it on the outside, you got to be real about who you are on the inside. And because I know what's greater in me on the outside, I ain't concerned about the inside. I mean, I know who's greater in me on the inside. I'm not wrapped up with on the outside, y'all. That don't mean nothing to me. Nothing. You see these people in some of these Iran and all of them got their head wrapped and got all this long stuff, and they are the worst of the worstest people. They don't have a God in their heart of the true Creator, but they wrap from head to foot. So he was explaining to me that your race alone, your brown skin alone, Deborah, is judged daily. And it's not judged righteous. So you covering up that brown skin is not going to make someone judge you righteous. Because the heart of someone is already in them. Why do you think Yah said he judges a man's heart? It's because he letting you know I bypass all that y'all try to cover up. I go right there where I know them already. While man, flesh, goes on the outside and try to measure someone. I've told y'all in time past, I can go to a mall with pants on. I can go looking whatever way I want to. Strangers, whether they're European or melanated, it don't matter. Oriental, when they hear me speak, it draws them. You see? Or when they see the light, let me explain that to y'all. See, the light of Yah is not something you see in the flesh. It's a spirit that shines through you that another spirit detached can see. It ain't gonna. So if I go wrapping my head, put on my long dress that looks like, and walking around here looking crazy like I come from off the plantation picking cotton. If I do that, guess what? That's not going to draw people because of what I got on. That is to manipulate people to think that I'm something that I am not. That's how all these people right here today on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Patriot, Twitter, all these platforms, this is how they make people, making everybody look like fools. Because they role playing everything and they starting with the flesh on out. They're starting with the flesh on out. People already looking at my skin and I'm judged. I am measured on this earth by my own race because I'm melanated. I have melanin. I'm brown. Have not you understood that? That alone costs one to deal with you different. Now, like I told you, I haven't had those experiences like many of you all have, but I'm still trying to say to you what he was showing me as I was driving all yesterday, because trying to take care of everything. And he was showing me that the reason why the whole idea of the dress itself was when one sees that you don't look or you look away, that cause envy and jealousy that's already rooted in them. Because now at their age, which is the same age as I am, or a few years older, they're locked in just whatever. Sister Deborah, I'm gonna tell y'all, ain't nobody gonna tell me how I should dress. You see? I don't want to hear about what I wear, or you showing this or you showing that. I'm showing this brown skin in the world, and how are they treating me? I'm gonna say Yah has been a shield for me. So I'm gonna give him that glory, that honor. He has been truly a shield, that the things that has happened to many melanin people have not happened to Sister Deborah, but I know that it's real. And it's all because of their outer appearance. So tell me, how you gonna hide that? Well, how you gonna cover that up? You see? This is why people can't seek ye the kingdom first. Because they so busy trying to seek that which they can manipulate people to believe that they are. And that's their outer appearance. Let me look this way. Let me dress this way. I get so sickened when I see people wrapped up from head to toe, and these foreigners, and they here over in this country all wrapped up like they over in their own country, and all you see is their eyes. I don't need to see none of them. Not even, to me, it's disturbing even to see all this wrapped up, because that's wrapped up because you're hiding Satan under there. Oh yes. Satan come to kill. No, Satan come to deceive and use deception more than anything. And through deception, he can kill, steal, and destroy. So y'all didn't know that. But only through being deceitful, deception, and deceiving, do he kill, steal, and destroy. He'll destroy your mind with you thinking that if I rap from head to toe, I'm representing y'all. Y'all say he judge a man's heart. So how you rap that? Yeah, right. So while you rapping all this out of man, you have not learned that it's only going one place. Oh, I forgot to say this. As he was talking to me about how they would tell you to cover up, to cover up. But the men who has the wicked heart, they want what they want, whether you cover up or not. They would go to little boys. They would go to little girls. This world is full and covered with pedophiles in all nationalities, especially Europeans, especially over in Iran and over in Arabia. Oh, yes, pedophiles over in Israel. Pedophiles. This is their desire. This is what they, how would I say, live on. The wealthy, the billionaires, this is what they live on. So what did that baby have on when they do things to her or him? You cannot change a person's heart from the way you dress on the outside. But what you can do, you can cause who they are to come out based on what you got on. And I believe if you can identify someone based on their actions, why their action is being hidden and doing things they ain't got no business doing to these kids. These kids, so now we should, I guess, put the kids in a brown paper bag, keep them wrapped when they go out. Because it is not going to change pedophiles. Now, people who are not pedophiles, guess what? They do it anyway. If their heart is so wicked, they'll do it to their own little 2-year-old son. They'll do it to their own little 3-year-old daughter. It's not because the child didn't have a long dress on and didn't have a head wrapped. This is what he was telling me. That's an escape. That's a way men get what they want, how they want it. And even when you finish wrapping from head to toe, they still looking in sin elsewhere. In the lust of their hearts, in the desire to fulfill their needs. While women are finding time to think, oh, I got to cover up for my husband. I don't care what you cover up. I got to cover my heart for my, you ain't gonna cover my heart. I got to worry about my heart with y'all than to cover up for a man. So no one would look at me, not even, they have no idea that this world don't give a rat's behind what you got underneath all that you worry. Ain't nobody looking at you. It's a manipulation that they want you to believe that men are, you're triggering you're triggering men ways. if you dress this way, this way, this way. That's a lie from the pit of hell. And I want to let you know. That's what y'all was teaching me yesterday. They come here like that, Deborah. Before they saw a woman, they came here like that. It's in them already, Deborah. That's what I'm trying to explain to you all. I be wanting something different for people and to be in people. And this is what I must release and turn to the Father with full repentance, with the heart to say, okay, I get it. I get it. If they come here like this, why must I want something better for them? And you already has measured their hearts. That's why he says he judges a man's heart. And he ain't talking about that blood pumping heart in your flesh. He's talking about the heart you got of spirit. He measured that because in that is who you are. Are you the serpent seed or are you the spiritual seed? And if you the serpent seed, any and everything goes. That's why so many pedophiles. And I think about even organ trafficking and how over in China, they were doing it so much, but they found more power out of the organs that they were receiving when they take it while you're living. You're woke. You're actually woke seeing them take it. It's almost taking your spirit from you. That's the power that they're trying to feel that they are taking. When they taking your kidneys out, you wide awake and they killing you while they taking it, but they looking at you and your reaction while they're taking it. Y'all, that's all included in this organ trafficking. That's all included in this Satanism, organ transporting. That's all included. It was a time where they would snatch it and go. Now they saw and they feel they're gaining power. If they bring you while you're living, snatch it right before you while your eyes are wide open. These people come here like this. And I said, Sister Deborah, say to you, how did you come? Whose side are you on? Which seed do you represent? Do you stand on the dark or do you stand on the light? Who do you represent? Who do you glorify? Who do you serve? Because if it's no serving in you that represent Yah, if there's no labor in you that represent Yah, you got to get hired by Yah. And to work, you got to get your position from Yah. So what people are doing, they're justifying and clarifying and saying, I'm making it anyway because I'm at this age. I can't work. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But then they won't support those who's doing it, that they too may be awarded the same way the one that's laboring working will be rewarded in the kingdom. So shall you. This is the ignorance of. This is where you know who's who and what's what. This is the actions that speak louder than words, said the Most High Yah. Sister Deborah, going back to the dressing thing, putting on, he's telling me this, and I'm like, listen to everything the Father say. And it was almost like, Deborah, you know this already. Do. Because it's too many times I try to make it make sense. What will make somebody mess with little kids? What will make someone desire their private area to be a near a 3-year-old boy? Why would your private area be a near a 5-year-old girl? You see, it's in them already. It ain't because the little girl dressing a certain way. It ain't because the little boy dressing a certain way. Do you think these homosexuals, these gay, are measuring? Oh, because he's dressed that way. Oh, because he's the way he dressed, I want him. The way she dressed, I want her. No, baby, this thing of wicked and evil, pedophile, sexual hoarding, I mean, not hoarding. That's what was found with Judah, y'all, Israel and Judah, hoarding. Uh, all these other sexual ways that people have for people, it has nothing to do with a way a woman dress nor a man. Because if that was the case, I do know nakedness in Revelation. I mean, in the book of Genesis, I do know naked mean a sinless, but the nakedness that was revealed in Genesis, I believe in the scrolls, it speak of the Father explaining the nakedness was never created for lust, for desire to trigger the heart, and none of that should not have ever interfered with man nor woman as to what it has in this day and time. Because that's what people do. Oh, the way they dress, she asked for it. Or well, what about that 3-year-old girl, that little girl, that 5-year-old little girl? Oh, she asked for it because she was dressed a certain way. So her daddy saw her at 2 years old. He decided to mess with her. Or the babysitter decided to mess with him when he was a newborn baby. Come on now, y'all. You got to blame the heart of people, not the appearance of people. Can you look at Europeans and not blame them from being racist based on your color? Come on. Not their ignorance is you got everything they got in the inside. So we're just different in color as far as melanin, and you don't have any. So why are you treating me? Because I got something that you don't have, and that's melanin. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So you hate me because you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. If you can be hated and with a perpetual hate because of my melanin, what is wearing clothes have to do with it? Whether I cover up or not, that's the biggest escape that we feed each other, to blame each other, to try to control each other. That's why I'm so grateful that Yah come to live in the spirit in which he have blown in me, is where he resides. And if I were to do something that he forbid, he'll take this flesh out just to save my spirit. You see? Stop thinking you in control in the way the world thinks they're in control. That's why I told y'all, Satan has truly deceived the whole world. He has gotten victory out of deceiving the whole world. Because if we say it's in the dress code, we have to dress a certain way to represent Yah. Well, how can we take ourselves out of this melanin so that we won't be treated a certain way? So everybody can see us and treat us equal. We're so in tune with trying to prepare the outer man till we have nothing to bow down before Yah on the inner man. Because we're so busy bowing down before man with our fleshly ways, our fleshly thoughts, our fleshly feelings, our fleshly emotions, our fleshly wisdom, our fleshly knowledge and our fleshly understanding, leaving nothing for the spirit realm of who you are. So I'm grateful for the Father bringing that to me. Probably, he done taught me that more than 10 times, just instilling in me that they try to judge the outer because they can't figure out the inner. And if they can bring fault to the outer, then they can cancel out in them and in others who you are on the inner. But what they don't understand, you come here already to be canceled out. Woo! Because the world loves its own. Whether you melanated or European or Iran, Iraq, Arab, or if you Japan, whatever, it's what's in you that one really don't like. So if you think that's what's on the outside, like racist and being hating different people because of their race, guess what? The number one thing that people hate you for is the creator that lives in you with his spirit. He sent his spirit to live in you. That's what the world hates. Greater than your melanin skin. And this is why I say the Hebrew Israelites are totally off of balance. Because they fail to see the spiritual hate for the spiritual ones versus the hate because you black or you because you the Israel or you Judah. No, baby. The greater hate is spiritual because the battle on this earth is not flesh and blood. It's spiritual. You see how deep that is? That falls right in line with what I'm saying as far as stressing. While we trying to role play this in this flesh and make the weight be weighed down in the flesh so we can appear to be something in the spirit. You see the deception of the mind of the unseen battle in the spirit realm? And then it said that it ain't about flesh. The battle ain't in the flesh, but they don't care. So why are you measuring me for my color, my race, or my melanin? Why are you measuring me from that level? Because they are the serpent seed. They come here to work for darkness, wicked and evil. And when people start to understand that heaven has two books, that he assigning you to one or the other, that's the true fact of what's on the earth. Not flesh and blood. So when it says you fight not against flesh and blood, you fight not against flesh and blood, you fight not against flesh and blood, that's actually telling you don't be tripping off somebody's flesh, because the battle is not in the flesh, it's in the spirit. But what do? They always counteract what Yah said in his word, and that's who he is. If Yah said, come on, y'all, let all go right. Satan will tell y'all, no, don't go right. Don't go right. Y'all said that's eternal life, y'all. Don't go right. Don't go right. Come on, go with me. Go left. Do you know everybody would jump up and go left? They would jump up and go left. Why? Because Yah already knew the heart of them. And that's that spiritual heart. While we trying to measure people based on that fleshly and outer of who they are, they fail to understand if the battle is not flesh and blood. Why are you judged based on race, first and foremost, based on male and female? Why are you judged based on the outer appearance? Because that's the way the world measure you, from the outer, and Yah measure you from the inner, because he said the battle is in a spirit realm, Deborah. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I am hardcore stuck on and bound to the Most High God in his ways, his doings, his thinkings, his feelings, in his who he is to me and me to him. Not who the platform, the world, and the people. I dress the way I want to because I know that the battle is not on my outer man. It's on my inner. And if my outer man move to the left just a little bit out of order, that inner man know how to get my outer man under subjection because it's working with me from the level of where the true battle is at in the spirit. So Sister Deborah, I hope you got something out of it, but even if you didn't, I know that I have, and I did. So you all have a wonderful morning. I don't even think it's 6 or 7 o'clock this morning. I slept on the floor this morning because I haven't moved into this building yet. I'm telling y'all, I haven't transitioned as of yet, but I'm hoping to make sure I do all of that this weekend. And I say unto you, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And guess what? I will be back. Shalom and shalom.